Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, and perhaps even good evening. Thank you so much for dropping by this dusty old place we call Twitch. So nice to see you all. Mr. Willie is here. Very, very good evening to you. Mr. Rod is here. I haven't seen you for ages. And Miss Julia is here. And anyone else who's out there watching, thank you so much for dropping by. Wonderful to see you. I have not so much a new cup, but I have a cup that I wanted to not so much showcase, but I've been drinking from it for the last few days. This is a cup that my mom gave me from my hometown of Bremen, Germany. This is, of course, where Beck's beer comes from, and they have a little. Well, these guys here, the donkey and the dog and the cat and the cockerel. They're all part of I suppose, the city kind of icon. And there's all kinds of funky stories about this. That these guys were, I don't know, liberating the city or something. I believe. I don't quite remember. I gotta think about how that works. So very cool. I thought so too. And it's nice. It's a nice little mug. We have a little bit of music here in the background, which is awesome. A little bit of Mr. Rogers vibe. And I'm going to show you what I will do today. What the plan is. I've tried that. I've started that on Thursday. No, today's Thursday, isn't it? Tuesday, that was it. I started an animation with a product called House on the Hill. And that is a cute little asset that I've picked up on that doesn't exist anymore, does it? Very interesting. Why not indeed? Let me see. It was a humble bundle that I bought the other day. Under bundles, under software, you get the Unreal Engine Mega Pack. There was a second one that's now defunct. They don't have that anymore, but this one they still have. And it comes with this, the House on the Hill, by, I believe, a company called Hive Mind. And it's like a little beautiful little scene that I thought was great. It only works well in Unreal Engine 4, and that's where I've made that animation. And we thought, while we load that, I'm going to load that in a second. We thought it would be good. I think Brian thought it would be good if there would be sheep in this. And we found some mobile sheep on the marketplace. Mobile sheep, that's them, for $4.99. Well, actually, when I bought them, they were on sale for $4.99. They're super cute, and I'm trying to put those into the Unreal Engine animation. So that's the plan. I'm also thinking there should be some kind of a particle emitter or whatnot. Let me just go and close the Substance Painter down, because we no longer need that. Photoshop, I don't think we need right now, but I might just go leave it open. So yes, Unreal Engine 4. There's a water shader that only works in 4. The rock shader works in 5 as well, but I was thinking, why not use 4? It's just as nice. Ooh, UPS is pulled up. That's nice. Wonder what they're bringing, Rod. Don't leave us hanging. Oh, I'm not even here. I'm so sorry. There, Jay is now on. Ding. Perfect. Yes, it was a good session, and I've been inspired to zoosh up my holding loop. That is literally the reason why I'm doing this. No one noticed I wasn't even here. Crazy. It's your heart monitor. No way, Rod. What? Tell me more about that story. Why do you need a heart monitor? Last time I had one of those was in hospital. They wanted to keep me on the 24-hour heart observation. I was thinking, I'm not in for my heart. I'm in for other things that I might die of, but my heart is the least of my concerns right now. And they said, yeah, that's what you have us for. Don't worry, let us worry. And that is how it went. Chris is streaming today at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's in just under 2 hours, and I have a hard out for that. Chris was thinking of streaming on YouTube and Kick today, but that's another 2-hour job, and I guess he didn't find the time. So he's going to stream on Twitch today, just in case you were wondering. So last time we spruced this set up, we painted in some foliage and removed that back piece of geometry. And today it's time for playing around with sheep. I think that'll also involve Blender. That's my sequencer. Perfect. And we can totally have a look at what the animation looks like right now. This is almost it. We press this and then we have that. That's awesome. Yeah, let's just have a quick look what we have. And off we go. Perfect. F11 for the full view experience. So that's it here. The House on the Hill. Beautiful painterly landscape. So the foliage on the right hand side wasn't there. I think I'm kind of happy with all these keyframes. We've got that WP Guru decal on one side of the house. I think we also have it on the other side of the house. Beautiful wet rock shaders. That's one thing I wanted to try. What happens if we bring up the ocean a little bit? That might be nice. So let's see if we can do that. Go around here. That is kind of cool. We've got the 3D Shenanigans logo here, all sparkly. I didn't even make that happen. It just sparkles. I don't know why. So it's all good. It's all good. Then we go around that house here again. I feel like this is a little bit dark, so I might try maybe a couple of point lights here, strategically placed, just to brighten this up a bit. I'm happy with the speed, happy with the pace. I've duplicated the clouds from over here to the other side. They're all static painterly objects here. Yeah, so we need a bit of light on the right hand side of the house here. That's kind of nice. And then eventually we're going to settle here. Once this is rendered out, the swing is actually going to swing. And there we are, there we have it. I've made one small correction already, and you can't see that anymore because I've corrected it. The 3D Shenanigans logo was kind of still visible here, and I made sure that as we go around the house, it just goes and retracts into the landscape, so we can't see that anymore. But then when we go back to the beginning, then here it is again. So otherwise we would just see that. Let's see what I can do about the light, or the lack thereof, around here. Yes, like here. I'm thinking there's a little bench here. I think that's a little lost for my taste. So I'm going to go and grab that out a bit. Might actually put a few more of these around. Yeah, we'll just have a bench here. And looking at the WP Guru logo, this is what would happen in Fortnite. There's a little seat on top of a mountain, and you go, hey, that's what is this guy looking at? Nothing really. He's just looking out into the distance. There's another thing. I don't know if I've corrected that as well. I think I might have. There was one of those blue flowers that was kind of hovering, but I don't see that anymore, so it must be corrected already, which is nice. Oh, Willie's turning 50 tomorrow. How exciting! Well, that is good to know, young man, as we will call you today. Well, happy birthday for tomorrow indeed. Yes, I don't think I'll see you tomorrow. If I do, I'll wish you a happy birthday in person. But hey, it's been such a long time on the planet, huh? Didn't feel that long, did it? I might try, let me try a point light first. I don't know if it's going to work. Point light here. And then make that movable so we don't have any light baking issues here. And that might just brighten up the whole area a little bit and leave it bright, even with the default values. That is already pretty good, because then we don't get these dark clouds. Try it a little brighter, and then we always have this even light here. I think that's going to be nice. So no matter if there's dark clouds or whatnot, we're always going to have this. Oh yeah, here we can see the sign is half retracted into the, this is what it would normally look like. So that's good. I'm still not entirely sure if a light in front of that would also help. I might also just go do that. Oops, sorry, light, duplicate, put that down. Again, to just illuminate the whole area here. Yeah, let's make it a couple, so then we can see that this part of the logo is also never going to be in shadow. So I think I like that. And if it's a bit too hot, I can always turn the intensity down a little. That's not actually the light that was making it all that hot, so I think I might leave that here. Okay, I think I'm happy with those finishing touches. Let's save it and just quickly put that in as a commit here, just so that we can go back to something if we needed to do that. And what did I added lights to side of house and logo. Indeed, young dude, that is exactly what I was thinking. Well, congrats, 15 years, that's a long time. That's good. Wonderful. There's Rod with his young 74 years. So this is my ocean here. Let me see where this is one, whoops, this is one whole plane. And let me see what that's. Oh yeah, this is it, isn't it? Whoops, man. Sometimes finding the right speed is not an easy task in Unreal Engine. Well, I think we'll just do this. And then I'll see if I can lift the water just numerically. So select, and then I suppose it'll be the Z location. 210 is the current position. Oh yeah, so we can lift it up a tad. I think that might be nice. It would just, it's easier than with the, to understand why the rocks are wet up until that point. So see what that looks like with my camera in place here as we go close to the ocean. I obviously don't want to go too deep. It looks like we're all right. We could go all the way up to here without that being a problem with the camera. That might be a bit ridiculous here, but good. I like that we can do that. I like that we can do that. Oh yeah, this island in the background there, I was debating, have I actually changed it? No, 220 is, it looks like I've settled on that value because I kind of like that, I guess. So let's settle it on that. That's cool. So good that we can do that, but we're not going to change it. So here, I would like to have something like a particle emitter, just some dust, something along those lines. And I think that is in the starter content. And then we'll see what the sheep can bring to the party. So that I think is particle effects, and we have ambient dust. Let's go and pop that in here. The tides are rising. Yes, exactly. Yikes! Global warming. Oucharoo. But if it wouldn't be so real. Do we see anything here? It's often that we don't quite see this. This is not in the WP Guru. I might just go and put that into here as well. And then just add a folder in here like this. Move to. Oh, come on. This is so different in Unreal Engine 5. And everything is still there, but it's also particles. So they are there, but I think they're just not the right size. Also not exactly the right position here. Oh, they're also a little bit far down. Gotcha. So I don't know if that might just be too much, you know. I see that's too far up. You know, it's very difficult to position because it takes a moment for these things to calculate where they actually want to be. It's this area that I want, but also I think I want to do this larger, the whole thing. I don't actually see anything. Can you? Oh, has it? Okay. Lakes receded several meters. Wow. That isn't good for the fish. Right, so now I can see the particles in unlit mode, and that really doesn't look great. Let me go and start this again. So they are definitely here. It's just... And it's okay if they're not there like all the time, but I do want to make sure we see a lot of them as the camera comes to a close, and also here in front of the house, I'm thinking. This might not be something we can see immediately. Just to see how that comes out in the render. Yeah, like in the preview, I don't see anything at all. Let's hope we can see it later. Today's special is tilapia fillet. Oh, that's nice. With white rice and coleslaw. Oh, that's good. And a bucket full of watered down iced tea. $24.99. Who can resist? Thanks, Julia. Very nice. Okay, so we're going to have to trust the particle emitters here. And now let's see if we can get the sheep in. So the sheep, they have their own little animations, and one of them I think I'm going to have to tweak in Blender. But, you know, don't panic. We can all make it happen. So several sheep, I want for them to just wander around, or not even walk. They just, you know, they just bend down and eat, basically, like this whole from standing idle, looking around, eating type animation. I want to do that. But there's one sheep that I would like from here to kind of walk into place. I don't really know where from yet, but when we're here, when we're just, you know, waiting for the particles to kind of settle down, I'm thinking maybe there could be a sheep that just wanders into vision here. I don't know where from. Maybe from down here. That could be good. So when we move around here, it could just, you know, come wandering in and just, you know, eat something here. That might be nice. Also, there's other places where it's just a little bit boring, like here. I'm thinking this would be a great place to have some sheep, and they don't do much. They just go and, you know, they just bend down and eat some stuff. So that's nice. Also here, that'd be good if you had sheep here. And sometimes maybe even have a sheep wander from one spot to another, eat, turn around, and so forth. We'll see what we can do with those animations. Yeah, but that's the plan. So for those, I think I might just make myself a new level, and we'll see how we can, you know, what we can do there. First thing though, I'll go and bring them in from a library, and that's not a project, that's down here. Sheep, mobile sheep. All right. They do support Unreal Engine 4.27. That's good. Add to house on the hill UE4. Now you can just see a little bit of the shader, the water shader that wasn't quite there in the UE5 version. Oh no, this is the run, isn't it? This one is the 5.1 version. This is the version we're currently working on, so let's go do that. Anytime, Rod, anytime. How have you been? How's Joe doing? How's the house hunt going? Something that we do have in common, even though there's no time pressure. I believe you and I, we do have to / want to move. Okay, mobile sheep, here it is. So they probably have a map here, showcase map. Let's have a quick nosy at that. There they are, sheep, and they come in different versions and different categories. I'm going to go and switch that to unlit. So I believe those are animations. I'm not entirely sure why they're not running. But so it looks like we have 3 different... We have... Oh, it's because we're on simulate. There we go. Those are the animations. That is quite nice. So we have it walking, and we have it galloping a little bit. We have it jumping even. That is quite nice. And we have it eating. And, you know, looking back. That's a good animation here. Look back. Yes, look back. Have a think about it, and then look forward again. So that's good. That's good. And then we have those types of animations. This is him turning. So if you wanted to animate this, there's also a poor sheep getting killed over here. That's not very nice. We didn't want to. We don't need those, thankfully. But him eating. And I don't think we need the transitions. Blender can build that much better. But this is kind of nice here. Him, I think that's just him scratching himself. And that's cool. So we can have something like standing, idling, eating, basically those sort of things. That's very interesting. Very cool. So how does this look then in sheep attack, death, sheep eat? Eat is good, isn't it? I think eat. Sheep eat, that's definitely something we need to use. So in Unreal Engine, the way this works is if you need to blend things together, it's fairly easy to do that. You would just go and, well, easy. If you, in order to blend them together, you need a controller for that. So in a cinematic, it's not that easy. So I might have to eat to idle. That's a transition. I don't think we need that because I think Blender can probably build that, so I'm okay with that. So the reason why I need to take these into Blender is because that's idle here. That's probably good. Unreal Engine can't blend these together in the context of a cinematic, or not that I know of at least. This is a nice idle animation, so I think we're going to use that one. Yeah, idle 2 is good. We're going to do that. Then there's also idle 3. Oh, idle 3 is great. Yeah, we need to have idle 3 for sure. So idle 2 and 3. Idle to eat. Oh, so we have those two. Idle to eat, and then did we have eat to idle? Yes, we have those. That's nice. And then I suppose we have run. That's too funny. That's too funny. Running, and then there's walking. So walking is also funny. But know that when I blend them together, I need to animate the movement separately. So this will be for the hero sheep. I'd like to have some that are just in place, and then one for the hero sheep that kind of walks in at the end. I think I'd like to do that. Okay, so eat to idle, idle to eat, walk, idle 2 and 3. Those I'm going to go and export out and then string together in Blender. As soon as I find asset actions and I say bulk export, is that possible? I think so. Let me go put this on the desktop. I'll call it cheap shenanigans. From UE. And that may have done all of that. I'm going to go and submit this to version control quickly. Added mobile sheep. You doing okay, okay? Some stress, but nothing we can't handle. Nothing you can't handle, Rod. Mr. Brian, how you doing, buddy? I'm just about to embark on the whole doing things in Blender stuff, but this is gonna be great. I think those sheep, they're gonna be fantastic. Look at them go! Look at them go. So we've got three different skin tones, and poor little guy can go and walk, he can run, he can even jump. I'm not sure if we're gonna make him jump. He can eat, he can scratch himself. He can just idle around and, of course, eat. He can also die and, you know, kick people, but I think that's nothing that we're going to use today. And we have 3 skin tones. Very cute. $4.99. You can't beat that. How was your day, Brian? Yeah, 55 plus community. That's a good idea, Rod. That is a good idea. It was a little frightening. I think the last comment that you sent me was that you need to find an additional $1.50 a month, which is a bit. That was only a Discord, actually. How do you get commissions? That was the question, I think. Yes, that is a bit crazy, I gotta say. Okay, let's see if I can remember how to do this. So I need to turn these into action strips and then combine them and then export them as one action. So let's see if I can make that happen. First of all, import FBX. We have Control F as a shortcut key. That is pretty cool. Sheep shenanigans from Unreal Engine. Oh, and then it puts it into all these things. That's bad. And then there's nothing in it though. That's not what I had expected. Unreal Engine. There's nothing in there. Damn you. Why not? So was bulk action, was that not the right thing to do then here? Just export perhaps. From UE, I'm gonna go and just put that in here. Oh, perfect. I'll just go do that then. No worries. And now they're still not here. Where are they then? Did we not just all see Unreal Engine export these things here? Have I made that up? I may have to do it all one by one. Is that not how you do that? Sheep shenanigans from UE. Save. Why not? You think it would do that? Is that not how that works? I'm appalled. Oh, we want $4. Hey, that's amazing, Julia. That's great to know. 4 is impressive. Oh, yeah, that's true. Just because we saw it happening doesn't mean it did actually happen. Hey, I'm severely disappointed, but that's just the nature of things. I'm extremely excited, on the other hand, to see you, Beard Goblin. Wonderful to see you. And I'm glad you had a good day, Brian. That is good. Oh, you're wrapping Pedro around G9. That's nice. Or the other way around, rather. Good stuff. I didn't know Pedro was in version 6 already. That's good. So, let's go do that then. Single one. Asset action export. And put it here. And it is also not there. That's exciting. Or is it kind of in here? I'm not entirely sure if I understand. Maybe sheep shenanigans is not a good... I'm so confused. Am I... Unreal Engine is doing something. But why not? Let's put it in a different... Let's just put it on the desktop. Is there anything on the desktop now? No. Well, I'm just going to go and create myself a sheet project for Unreal Engine 5 and do it there. Super easy, and then I'll just import the animations into Unreal Engine 4 if and when I feel like it. That's how we're going to play that. It's definitely some sheep shenanigans. Hey, $4 is good to buy 2 more Powerball tickets. There's a guy in California who won it. $1 billion, Beard Goblin. 1 billion. That's $1,000 million. Crazy stuff. I'll make a blank project here. Scalable. And maybe I'll just put that into my... Into here, testing the assets is fine. Mobile sheep, I'll call it. That is so weird. Yeah, there's a folder sheep shenanigans, but there's nothing in it. I told Unreal Engine like 4 times to put something in there and it just refuses to save it. Right? I think so too. A fraction. The crazy thing is if you tell the lottery people here that you want it in one installment, so you have a choice, I suppose, like in the UK you can have it in monthly installments, or you can have it as a one-off payment. And if you ask them, if you tell them give it to me as a one-off, you lose over 50% of the whole amount. So he's going to end up, if he does that, he doesn't get $1 billion, he gets like 400 million, which is like a pittance, of course, you know. Mobile sheep, there we go. A pittance, I tell you, a pittance. And this level nobody wants to really see here. I might as well use this project as my test project and go and create myself a new level in here. And no, that's not actually it. New level, and we want it basic and no world partition shenanigans. There we go. That's all that's what we want here. Bit of light, bit of a floor, bit of a post-process volume that we don't have yet, but that's, you know, it's fine. We'll live with that. This is it's nice and bright here, isn't it? It's always very bright, I tell you. Bright it is. And let's go save it as well. Test map is good. And then here in project settings, I like to put the frame rate down to something more manageable so that my computer can breathe a bit. And then maps and modes, I'll go and put this on here. Perfect. Okay, so now the mobile sheep animations. So we have eat. Let me go and try a single one and see if that works. So asset action export. And I might stick with my sheep shenanigans folder here. As FBX, anim sheep mobile eat, mobile sheep eat. Has that worked? Taxed 52%. I can, but it hasn't done it again. So it didn't put it into here either. Anims, no. $500 million, and the government says, hey, I wish more people would win because we just make so much more money that way. I think the sheep have totally escaped. Yes, so that's the end of Operation Sheep. I mean, the thing is, if I were to tell you that I did something like this to, if I remember this, on my laptop and it worked perfectly fine, you wouldn't believe me, right? Maybe you will believe me. It's just that, why does it not work? Did I do something different? Definitely asset actions export. That is weird. Does it work from here? Export to FBX, maybe that'll work. Does that work? Mobile sheep. Now I get this dialogue. This dialogue just doesn't come up. Because this is what I want. I don't want level of details. I don't really want collision. Export morph targets, we don't really mind. A preview mesh could be handy. Vertex color, we don't really mind either. Let's just try that. So it has to happen from here then. Oh, that's interesting. So Blender, what say you here? If we're going to put this sheep shenanigans in here. Now it's worked. Now it's worked. So does it then A, also work with multiple, and B, does it also work from Unreal Engine 4? Just out of curiosity. So eat we have, eat to idle, I think idle 2 and 3 we wanted to have. And then walk. I think those are the only ones we wanted, that and that. So if I go and right click export to FBX, does this work? We just get that, and do we get export dialog, export all? Thank you for remembering my last location, Blender. Thank you so much. Why don't you just remember that, Blender, huh? That would be so good. But thank you for keeping all my volumes open that I have never asked for. Thanks, buddy. So this worked. This is interesting. I'm going to go and try this again from Unreal Engine 4 because I'm just super curious if it's just a bug here. So we say walk, idle 2, 3, and eat. And to and from idle we don't mind. And here we go, export to FBX, and don't tell me now it works. That makes no sense. I'll put those in here. Yes, it does work. That's perfect. No level of detail, no collision. Morph targets, whatever. Export preview thing is good. Map skeletal motion doesn't really. Fine. And now it works, right? And now it works. How interesting. Thank you, Blender, for remembering the last path that I was using. Yes, so that works as well. I might just go and use these ones from UE4 just so that I have the ones that match the version. But hey, weird stuff. I say weird stuff. The Deviant is here. How's it going, buddy? The DAS Deviant. Good to see you. Let me see if it works by just importing them as they are. I really don't know if I can import multiple. Yes, I can. That's good. So they're all on top of one another. And of course, switching them off doesn't really work because Blender has 50 million components underneath something, and that's all a perfectly healthy explanation for it that I don't think I'll ever understand, but it's just how the cookie crumbles. Okay, I'll do it one by one then, because life's just so very, very, very short. This is the eat animation. Indeed, so we have keyframes, and in order to transition that to something else, I need to go and turn that into action strips now. Let's see if I can remember how to do that. Down here, I think I can I just use the animation workspace for that? Yes, let's do that. And from the dope sheet, I'll go to the action editor, and I'll go and just rename that to eat here. And I'm gonna go and stash it. Stash, perfect. Now I can go and delete this guy here, I think. Oops. That, of course, doesn't work because... There we go, perfect. So I'll go and bring in idle 2. And same thing. Animation rename idle 2 and stash. Next one is idle 3. That I think is my favorite one. And we're totally not worried that there's no materials on there, because I think Unreal Engine will understand that. Idle 3 and stash. And one more, walk. Very nice. So this, I need that for my hero shot here. Walk. And this one I'm also going to stash. So then, I think, and don't quote me on this, let me go and go to the dope sheet. And I think from here I'll be able to add these animations in. Was it the dope sheet? Was it action editor? Action editor, there we go. There we go. So eat does that. And eat, I'm going to go and push. Or do I want to start with idle? No, I want to actually start with that. So I'm going to push this down, and that means if I go to the dope sheet now. No, what a shame. Do I need to go to the non-linear editor for that? Yes! There it is. Perfect. So walk we don't need. I'm going to go and get rid of that. I thought. Is that not how it works? That is not how it works. Gotcha. Dang! I think the sheep are totally going to save the day. If only I can work out how to string them together. There's got to be a way in Unreal Engine to play multiple animations after one another and, hear me out, do a transition between them without having to study computer science for 12 years. There's got to be a way. I just haven't found out how to do it. It's much, much easier in Blender. And you can play them back without transition in Unreal Engine, and you can also blend them together if you had something like blend space. You know, if you had a controller, and that's like super, super easy, but something like plonk plonk transition here doesn't exist as far as I know. If it is, I just don't know how to do it. But then now that I'm looking at Blender, I don't know how to do it in Blender anymore either. That's a shame. So this can move, walk can't move. Why not? Should have unstashed it. Delete this. No, that can't be done either. Hey, that's uncool. Because here it's like you put another clip here. If only I remember how. Add, maybe. Add action strip. That's how it works. Idle 3. And then here we have nothing. So if we go hold both, Shift T. Beautiful transition. Blender does it no problem. Is it locked? Oh, it's locked. There we go. Thanks, Julia. Ha ha! Thank you so much. So okay, let me go start with normal idle then. Add action strip idle 2. Shift T, transition from idling around to eating. And then also we keep eating, right? Because that's what sheep do. Let's go transition goes. And this, I think, there's a way to say play it back multiple times. Like you repeat, like, 4 times. And then we do idle 3. Shift T. Then he does this, and then he does more eating. I think that's gonna be great. Or he just does more idling. We could do that. Oh, more eating. Let's do more eating. I like that. Add strip. Whoops. Can I just do that? Copy and paste, maybe? No. Huh. Bizarre. It worked a minute ago. I mean, how else would I have gotten all these things on here? We don't really know. Bizarre stuff. Crazy. Yes, why did that even come up? I wonder, the render challenge. Interesting that the bot even posted that. So many things I don't understand. So add action strip, so now it works, but it didn't a minute ago? Crazy stuff. So transition to this, and I'm thinking if we start with eating as well, then it should loop. That is my hope. Eats, goes and transitions too slow. Oh, nice! I don't have to do anything. It just goes and does it. Hey, that is great. I do like that. Sometimes Blender surprises me with really cool features. Stands there idles. That might be a bit too long. Maybe we don't want it to idle all that long. This is, what is this, like 1200? There we go. I can't come out before, can't I? Like end maybe at frame 100, like that. Yeah, perfect. That's nice. Just keeps eating, because those are the kind of in place. The bot wants a challenge. That's it. Those are the kind of in place animations. They're not gonna. We're just gonna see the sheep doing things. Oh yeah, that's obviously way too slow. Be reasonable. Something's totally itchy, so. Stand around thinking about it. There we go. Good stuff. And then I'm sure there's an easy way to just press a button and go to the very end of this, but of course I don't know what it is. 992 is our real end. So great. So ideally, oh no, it's not, because This didn't start at the beginning, did it? There. $974. Okay. Righty, so that's our combined animation. And now, of course, the next challenge arises. Can we bring this into Unreal Engine as a combined, transitioned, funky action strip? Oh no, actually, what am I talking about? First, we need to bake this. First, we need to actually save it, don't we? Under sheep shenanigans. Let's call this one sheep idle comp. Just before we do anything, I think I need to go and say, can I do that here? I need to turn this into keyframes, and there is a way to do that. Under somewhere, it's called something about bake. I don't remember. Was it bake action, something like that? Bake action, there we go, that's it. Under animation, only select the bones. Maybe. There we go, we've got keyframes. And this can now be exported, I believe. I think that's how that works. And then this should work in Unreal Engine. Let's see. Wish me luck, everyone. Export FBX. And I might just go and make a new folder here and call this from Blender. Sheep idle comp. And I think the settings are relatively important. So selected objects, yes. This, we only have something along the lines of that scale 1 animation. That's the interesting one. So we want to disable all of that, because otherwise we get like 5 animations, and we don't really want that. So let's try that. And then in Unreal Engine, I might make a new folder, call that J's Anims. And here, check it out, import from Blender that. And I think we want to tell Unreal Engine we don't want to import the mesh. We want to select the skeleton that we have, which is CH sheep. And I think that's all. Import all. Comes up with whatever, but one animation. If I open that up, we have our combined idle animation. With transitions. Is that cool or what? So now we have eating sheep and we can dot them around the place, and it's going to be great. And then hopefully, I mean, I haven't tested that out yet, of course, but if we were to go and grab him. Do we have a test level here? We don't, do we? Haha, indeed! Is that cool or what? Did I not make a test level here? I might just go back to my... I'm just so happy about that. I wonder, because I wasn't paying attention, which one is our main level here? It's just called Feather, so I didn't make a copy. Dang. You don't have to... Sheep idle comp. Did we save anything here? Save select. Perfect. Let's just save it. It's cool. What do I know? So if we go and grab sheep idle comp here from Jay's anims and pop you straight on here. We may have to do that in a flat space. Or maybe you need to say, would you eat here? Is this gonna work? Oh, come on. Those are not my cinematics, are they? These are my cinematics. JCam. Does that mean... Seriously, dude? Does that mean we can see him eating? We can't see him full stop. Oh, there he is. So I'm not sure if he eats in the preview, but he might eat in the... when we render it out. So that'll be interesting to see. I don't know how that works, to be honest. I might have to do something along the lines of not just drag him in, but make an animation montage and kick that. Face in the grass, he's eating, yes. Let's do a quick kind of a test. Could even do here. I'll just make a new sequence, new level sequence here, and I'm so glad they split this menu out. It's a bit crazy. Sheep test. So with that, there. This is going to be our camera here. Almost. There. That's probably good enough for now. And all we want to see, buddy, is, are you eating? And will your little friends be eating as well? Yeah, that's it. So J sheep cam, or just sheep cam is good. Sheep cam. And let's go render these few frames. We should see that working. I mean, if I press simulate, it'll probably work. We should try. Yes, it works. That works. So if simulate works here, then it's likely, so simulate also means the swing works, and that is actually then rendered. So I'm fairly confident that's gonna work for the final animation as well. So then my next challenge is that I'll go and take this whole animation and stagger it a little bit, because I don't want them all to be in absolute sync. So I think if we have like 3 versions of that, we're probably going to be okay. And I think I can do that with animation montages here in Unreal Engine. I think that's true. At least he's not eating lamb chops. Yes, good point. So, okay, that's, learned something new today. I like it. Nico, how's it going, buddy? I'll go back to this, and I'll go back. Hello, come on. Yes, good. No, stop. Perfect. I'll go back to this beautiful landscape mode. Did we put more foliage here? Oh no, we're not going to see that. It's fine. Okay, so animation montage then. That is done. I might just put them in here. I think that is animation montage with the sheep, and I'll call it AM idle 1, and then I can duplicate those accordingly. So hello sheep, how's it going? Nico, thank you for your subscription, buddy. I appreciate that. That is so nice. You support me on so many platforms. I really appreciate that. Wonderful to see you. Wonderful to see you. So animation montage is Unreal Engine's way of stringing multiple smaller FBX animations together. And here's my comp, and I can just go and drag that onto here. And that should play the whole thing. But I think I can also go and hello. I thought so, kind of cut this in the middle. Or so I thought. Delete segment. Oh, there we go. I didn't mean to delete anything. I mean just to cut it somehow. This looks like another Blender job, actually. This is, I'm already looking at this interface thinking, Unreal Engine, look, it's all good here, but this is just crazy. Even just getting to the end of the animation. Oh, there we go. So like if I go put this in again here, like so, and we have that. But you can't make a transition here. Easy, that is. So can we just cut this bit off here from the top? Delete segment, is that? No, that's totally not what I meant. I meant like, you know, cut bit off at the front type thing. My bot knows a lot of things. How interesting. I really have to go through this. 2 different bots, 2 different streaming platforms. It's difficult for me. It's difficult for me. How do we do that then? There's blend in, blend out, sync additive. Forget about it. I'm going to do this in Blender. That's just much, much easier to do there. So like this, if this is comp 1, I could just go and grab all of the keyframes. Well, it doesn't have to be all of them, just like up until 200 here. Or 250. And then move those here or thereabouts. If this was Premiere, this would literally be like a 5-second job. But it isn't. Great, so this is essentially the same compilation, but it starts 200 frames later. So, oh, why does he move? Oh, why does that happen? That didn't happen the first time around, did it? Oh, that's not good. I wonder what happened there. Maybe I'll just make it afresh from new blocks. Look at that, he's not moving now. But when I move the keyframes, he is. Curious. I'm going to go and save this over. Just make it new from action bits and pieces here. If I can remember how to do that. So we had eat, idle more. And maybe we'll just have one that just goes eat to idle. That should work. I don't really know what Blender wants here. No active track. Well, what is this then here? Isn't this an active track? Man, Blender drives me nuts sometimes. This whole... Why does it work now? What did I do different? It's the same thing, man. It's the same thing. It's fine. So we'll just go idle to eat. Oh, what happened there then? Maybe that's fine. Maybe I don't have to worry. This is so bad, man. That's what I was hoping, that it just splits it like Premiere, but then, you know, if it's that big an issue. Where's the sheep gone now? Maybe I shouldn't worry about it. It's idle to eat with transition. There's something wrong here, isn't there? This is not what it looked like before. Well, good thing I still have the other one. Let me just go to open that one up again. So that works. I'm going to just remove all the keyframes here and save that over the one that didn't quite work out so well. And then I go back to my animation where this is all fine, and I might just go and move these things around a little bit if Blender has that big a problem with active track and skeleton gone too much. And I'm thinking, you know, eat to idle. Just move things around a bit here. I'm sure there's a way more elegant way to do this. But hey, who has the time to put up with Blender's moods, eh? Eat and then maybe just another idle. Is that possible? Like copy paste? No, copy paste, that doesn't work. Come on, Jay. Copy paste. What do you think this is? And then there's more eating. And then maybe there's more idling. In fact, perhaps then... Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. So he's just mainly idle, and then he's eating. That's okay. I think that'll work. That'll work. Animations, man. Always so much work, isn't there? So much work. How anyone gets anything done when animations are involved. Okay, so let's see if that works. Where was that object? Animation, bake, action. Come on. Chris, how's it going? And the rot is here indeed. We have a full house. Welcome, Chris. Chris is streaming in 45 minutes on the Twitch, not on YouTube today, after all. Which is great because I get to rate him, so there we go. The heart monitor is probably much easier than figuring out animations in Blender. Yes, I totally agree. Because there's always something else that's wrong, isn't there? So maybe we'll try it with these two. And then if we wanted another one, we kind of know how to do it now. Let's see here. Export FBX from Blender. And this is Cheap Idle Comp 2. And the settings. Do you remember Blender? No, you didn't. Thanks, buddy. Thank you for not remembering. Thanks. It's so helpful. It's just so helpful when you don't remember what I did before, because man, Blender, why not just work, man? I wonder if it's a feature that they had to put in, like, no, let's make sure we clear out what the users just used before, because we really don't want them to remember that. We'd like for them to guess every time they export. Or use presets. If you don't use presets, it's your own freaking fault. I think the only thing that I might need an animation montage for is that this animation is longer than the playing time of the single FBX. So I'm just going to make two of them that will have multiple versions of these looped together, because I don't know if there's a way to just loop an FBX. I'm not sure if there is. This is the idle comp 1. We could maybe do, oh yeah, 3 will be enough. I think my animation is about 2,500, 2,600 frames, so 3 of these will be enough. Okay, goody. Then we go and make another one under animation montage based on sheep skeleton, AM idle 2. And that hasn't sorted out the fact that I want my hero guy to walk in, but maybe we'll worry about that another time. Comp 2 goes in once, goes in twice, goes in 3 times, lady. And how does it? Yep, that looks fine here. So there's no popping in between these. Thanks to my amazing foresight. So now I think instead of just having this sheep here, that's a skeletal mesh, that's this material. I think should I be able to put this mesh here, like this guy, he's the skeletal mesh. If I put him here, then yes, that's, oh no, it doesn't make a difference. It's in fact the same thing. I can just say animation asset here, and then instead of this I can say AM idle 1, and now he plays back the idle sequence. And then down here I can go and give him different skin color as well. He can be the black sheep, or he can be the brown sheep, or we could make it, and I think that is probably what I might do, I might make a blueprint of this and have the construction script pick one of these 3 out literally just when I move them around, so they'll just randomly get picked. I think I might do that. That might be good. It's cool, Brian. It's cool. I like a challenge. I like a challenge. It's just anything with animations is always more difficult than it appears, doesn't it? No. I'm glad we did this, and I'm glad I found the sheep, because I think they're going to be just fantastic. I think they're going to be just fantastic here. Yeah, let me do the skin auto selection. I think that's a good challenge, and I think we have time for that. I think I can remember that. I'm glad you suggested it. I might be more difficult to make them walk around, because when I export this from Blender, it actually would I be able to make him move here as well? Because the walk animations are in play, so I'll do that another time. Let's see. I'll make a new blueprint here. Actor BP random sheep. I'll call him. And we want for him, actually I don't have to do that. I can just go and I can turn this guy here into a blueprint, right? There's a way to do that, isn't there? Like this guy, or even this guy here. Isn't there a way to do that? Add blueprint script, that's the one. I do that and I say make it a skeletal mesh actor, that's probably a good idea. And call it BP random sheep. Why ever this hasn't been deleted, I don't know. Let's see if that works. Yes, look at that, that's perfect. Goody, so I think the first thing we need is a variable, and it'll be skin colors. And it's not going to be a Boolean, it's going to be... Oh, do I have that problem again that the menus don't stay open? No worries. Let's just quickly restart Unreal Engine, shall we? Because that's what you have to do if that happens. No problem. We also don't need 5 open anymore, thanks. It's just what you have to do. It's the price of using older software. Oh, you popped a breaker during the render? My God. That was a tough render, Nico. That was a tough render. Animations. Always a problem, I tell you. And everyone who does animations knows that too. Hello sheep, how's it going? Do we have that blueprint still? Yes. Good. Skin colors. Boolean, as I was saying. We want for that to be... an array? Definitely an array, but not a Boolean. It needs to be a material. A good question. What material? What is it? A material instance? It is an instance. So material instances. So it'll be a material instance object reference, I think. And we can actually make that. In fact, because it's the construction script. No, let's not do that. We're not going to make that way. We're going to go and just put that in here. We're going to put these 3 things in there. Skin 1, skin 2, and then skin 3. So this initializes our array. That's awesome. So the moment we start, this already gets going here. So we want to have a random value, a random item from this. Is that possible? Random array item, perfect. This is the out item, and that's what we're going to set up on our sheep. So it's well, like this actually. Set material at element 0 with whatever comes out here. That should do the trick. And since we do that in the construction script, I would imagine this should happen every time. Are you the... Which one are you on? This is the guy. So since this is happening in the construction script, it should happen every time we make a duplicate of him. Yes, look at that. So we just, every time we just move him around, he just goes and changes the skin color. That is perfect. We could do the same thing with the animation as well. So rather than him always using this anim to play AM1 idle, we could just do the same thing. So too cute. That we make another variable, and we call this one montages. And they're not material instances, they're animation montages. Oh, that doesn't work, does it? Well, forget that then. Good stuff. We'll do that manually. Okay. If that doesn't exist, how do we remove that? Delete. There we go. Not everything works in code. Oh, electric heater and a render and boom. Ouch. Oh yeah, been using Blender 4.0, yes. Definitely also possible. Okay, skin color by itself it is, and then we just swap out the other instances randomly here. So you can go. Now, then the next thing, where would the sheep be? This is my cute little guy, BP random sheep. So if I go and drag him in here, see where the hero character needs to be and what he needs to face. So he'd be over here, wouldn't he? Oops. Yes, I was thinking you can be here somehow. And also let's open up my dude. Yes, there, somewhere here. Now we have hero guy eating grass here. Oops. Oh, no, no, no. I just meant slightly further back, dude. Could even make him a little bit bigger. I think because they're toon sheep, they would benefit from being a little larger. So you scale maybe twice the size. Whoops. He's massive. Yeah, that's better in relation to the house. I think that's, you know, I think I like that better. Will, have a wonderful birthday tomorrow. I hope it's going to go well for you. Thank you for dropping by. Thank you for your company. Make the 50th count. Willie's turning 50 tomorrow. And I think I'd also like his companion here. We don't know if they're both going to be eating at this point, but we're just going to make sure they're not in sync. So this guy will have the other animation sequence, EM2, and hopefully also a different skin color. We don't really know that yet, I think, until we start rendering. We can also single these guys out, so we can override this if we wanted to, but we'll see how it goes. Let's put a whole horde of sheep here, because it's here and by the logo, by the 3D Shenanigans logo. Because there's not much going on here on the hill. I think that's gonna be good to have. A few guys here. I think if we see more than 3 together, even with 2, it's with more than 2, if we had 4 together and 2 of each are always going to be in sync, that is never good. So there is a way to play this this animation montage at a different speed. I might do that in code as well, that we just have a different playback speed. That's another important consideration to make. We could do that here, I suppose. We'll worry about that later, because I can implement that on the blueprint, and then it'll be fine. I just don't want them to look all the same, essentially. I can even replace some of these and not have an animation sequence. I can just have them play just the eating sequence, that they don't do anything other than eat or idle. I would like a couple of them to be around the sign here. Yeah, so like he, for example, maybe he's not going to have an asset. Or not the montage. We can just give him idle or just eat, maybe. Eat. Perfect. That is all you'll do. Maybe you as well here. So I think maybe right here in the front would be good to have a sheep. I don't think we'll see him more, but definitely kind of here and here. So somebody here and somebody here. I think that would be fun and dandy. There. They're definitely going to be the star of the show, these sheep. This guy, I think he needs to go further over here. Yep, no machine. Now is a great time to update. Why don't we do that later? Yeah, much nicer position this. And some sheep, they're also on the weirdest spot, so there should be one in the garden nibbling at the flowers, maybe. He should actually have his own flowers here to nibble on. Maybe he can do that. Maybe we don't need to see we don't need to see him here. Maybe I'll do that he goes and eats these flowers, because that's what sheep do. Yeah, maybe that'll look good. The second, oh yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a look what this actually looks like if we were to render this out just very briefly, very quickly, and see if this is all working the way I'm expecting it to work. Like a little animatics, probably good. What happened here with this there? There. Yeah, let's do that. Ooh, 20 minutes to go. This isn't bad. This isn't bad. Quick version control check-in. Quick coffee refill. And we'll see how it goes. I added sheep. Custom sheep animations. Added sheep to master scene. Hurrah! And then with that animatic, we can probably better judge, does everyone move correctly, or do we need to do any other bits and pieces there? No, completely incorrect. That we don't want to do that there. I meant to click this. Yes, much better. And then here, I think, did we have preview render? Perfect. And output. Animations 3, Shenanigans Animations, House on the Hill, Feather V3. Okay. Full playback range. We'll see how that goes. Okay, boom. Ha 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 ha. Wish us luck. Wish us luck. 2,400 frames. 10 minutes. Yeah, look at that. He's definitely moving. And he's looking up when the camera comes by. That's cool. I would like him to eat, actually. That'd be good. Maybe I'll put him as an eating only animation. But the first guy, he's perfect. He can stay. I hope so. I hope so. I hope this is also going to let me see if my particle effects on the last shot are working okay. I'm wondering, we've got a couple of sheep here. I think there's one more over here would be nice. They live! Woohoo! They live! Sometimes it's important to remember all the stuff you go through, and man, this doesn't work and this is too complex. But if you think, hey, don't worry about that. If the outcome looks like this, you go, ooh, this is nice. So like, you know, if it's a bit tricky with Blender, hey, that's fine. We could even for a laugh put one sheep up here, because this is where they would be, wouldn't they? They would just eat grass there. Who knows how they got there? You're a happy man. I like it. I like it. Never, right? Blender is one of those friendly programs. I wonder if there should be one sheep here eating the purple flowers. I think that would be nice. Oh, and it looks like our music is at an end. Is the logo buried too much in the ground? I don't really mind if the last letter is in there. Are you eating? Are you moving? I hope you guys are moving. I mean, sheep are apparently, they're just eating all the time, don't they? So it's probably, I would just like them to go more from the eating to the idle state. So I could go and vary that. I'm sure he's moving as well. He's totally eating stuff. Oh, that's an interesting idea. Oh, that's nice. Ah, yeah, they're in sync. So this guy in the front here, at least, he needs the other animation montage. This is this kind of being in sync thing that isn't great. Or he could have the idle one where he's basically just looking behind him. That was nice, the idle 3. I might give him that. You eating the flowers? Yes, good. Maybe that would be a good idea to have one of these sheep, like the black one here, for example, him fall over dead when the camera is just, you know, coming closer. Maybe he could just fall over. Yeah, this is good. These guys are independent from one another, so that's good. Is he maybe a bit too far down here, the black sheep? He's definitely eating the flowers. I like that. And other things. I need to animate the flowers so that they get smaller as he eats them, maybe. Okay, goody. So let's watch that in larger. I'm also keen to see the particle effect that I added there. I don't know if that actually came out. I didn't see any of that. We need more particles. Oh yeah, butting the sign. That's a good idea. That is not a bad idea, Julia. Butting the sign. That is a good idea. So many ideas when we all put our heads together. I like that. Yeah, since we have that animation. Okay. Feather V3. Make sequence from clip. Put that into footage and make that 50%. Oh no, why not? That's bad. Yes. That was not good. Come on. I forgot to press. This is an image sequence. And this now, 50%. I don't know about this. That might just be a rendering issue. So I'm thinking, yeah, that might just be a rendering issue. Let's not worry about that. So I like him here. I like that sheep. I like him. Yeah, so he would need to have a different animation because he was already looking the same to me. He gets a different animation. Maybe we can in fact have one that jumps down here and goes into the water as we near the cliff. The birds, you know what? Yes, birds is definitely a good idea. I'm not sure how to do it yet because the set I bought I think was an Unreal Engine 5 set, and now that we're in 4, I don't know how to do that. But yeah, definitely on my list of things to do. I'll check the height on these. So far that's nice. I like the fact that they're there. But one guy butting the sign is actually fantastic. Yeah, so he needs a different animation. And there could even be another guy here. And he might just remove himself a little bit from the flower. He's a bit too close in the flower, I think. I don't see any particles here in that last bit. There could be one eating the tree, that would be good. Put one in the lighthouse. How about him jumping off the lighthouse? Like, you know, now, instead of having this sheep here, we could have one guy just jumping down and basically dying down here. That'd be good. That would be funny. The swing is moving as well, by the way. That is nice. That is nice. I'm thinking I did something with the light here. There's just a point light that's there. I think I should put one here because the moment we end here, there's a chance that there's a dark cloud just making everything dark here. So I think I might put a lamp here so that it's a bit brighter. Interesting. Interesting. So that's what we'll do then. That's what we'll do then. Go back to lit mode and go and find that lamp here. Like that. Are you a light? Nope, that's the logo. You're the light. Yes, you're the light. Come light with me, buddy. At the moment you position the light, now there's strong sunlight here as it is. Yeah, now there is. The moment we need it, there isn't, and we can't guarantee that there will be. So this is our backup. Yeah, so sheep diving from up here. I think that's a good call. I think I'll give him the just eating animation here. And he's changed his color as well, which is crazy. If we find too many black sheep, if we only wanted one black sheep, that's also doable. And I think there's too many black sheep here, I gotta say. Too many. So I'll go and say the one with skin number 1. I actually like that the best. So I'll go and put that in twice more. There, and then we get less black sheep. We get less black sheep. Chances are much slimmer. Which other guy was it that needed a different animation here? Oh yeah, he wanted something. Maybe I'll give him the kick animation. So this is idle 3. That's the one where he looks behind him and kicks. Dude. There. Perfect. There's a ton of cameras in here. I don't actually know. Did I put them in? I don't think I did. Didn't I just remove them all? Landscape, lighting, stills. Ding! Yeah, all gone. And those are sheep, aren't they? So we'll put those into a new folder. Sheep. Good. Then the logo can also go in my folder. And these are trees. Let's go and put those into a separate folder as well. Trees, perfect. And since I'm the one who did those, I'll go put them into my folder as well. And then these are lights, I suppose. House lights. Put them into lighting there. Okay. I don't know what level bounds are, but it sounds good. Oh yeah, do we need to now go and say simulate? But that isn't keyframe now, so they just simulate no matter if I move the camera or not. But it's cool, they're no longer in sync, that's all I needed really. Oh yeah, then this guy here, he wants to be slightly further away. And then you might also go away a bit. And I thought you were a little bit deep here, so okay, I think that is good. Have we one lonely downvote for the jumping sheep? Okay, so no jumping sheep for you, Julia. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Maybe jumping sheep isn't great. It's also difficult to do. I'm thinking, is it worth putting a couple more sheep in, like here? I'm thinking that would be interesting to have another sheep here. Just one guy. Maybe he's just looking out. Downvote for the sheep, the jumping sheep. I hear ya. And he could just he's just looking out, I think. There. Let's see if we have it. Was there anything else that I wanted to change? On the lighthouse. Do you know, walking sheep, that might be difficult. Because actually maybe it's not difficult. Let's see if we can make it work. Let's see if we can make it work. Where should he walk, Julia? Where should he walk? Could walk up and down here. Where would be a good option for him to walk? Well, he could walk here. That would be interesting. If we just make him walk, then he would just walk over here, and afterwards we don't see him anymore, because walking is tricky because I'll have to give him the walking asset. That'll work, but then on top of that I have to animate him linear so that he actually moves. But it's possible, I can do that. So he could just walk across here, and then I don't think we see him anymore. So he could just, you know, keep walking in the distance. That might be relatively easy to do. Then we just go and take him and we give him the walk animation. And then it means I can't track him with this here. I still haven't worked out why. Oh, there we go. There should be a way to just go to the first frame of the animation, I'm thinking. So if I go and add him to the sequencer here, and his transform might just start here, and then I'll make him a linear animated sheep, and then oops. No, that's not what I meant. It'll be easier to walk, for him to walk here, because it's all ground. Yeah, you walk this way, buddy. So from here, no, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. You go here, perfect. And then over the next, I don't know, so many frames, I'll literally have to guess now. You over here. So if I go to simulate now, then he plays his animation, and I should be able to go and play this back. He walks. So that is actually the right speed, and it is totally fun to do that. So I think the only thing I like to change is the interpolation here. Is that on here? Yeah, it's going to be constant. And then he doesn't... Oh no, not constant, I'm so sorry. I meant linear. Linear, there we go. So that works. How does this work in conjunction with this? Fantastic. Beard Goblin, thanks for being here. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you for dropping by. Always a pleasure when you're here. So that's one walking sheep. Now, of course, I want more walking sheep. Did we see him again? We did, didn't we? And he looked like he was still walking. But because the background moves, we can't actually tell is he walking in one spot or not. So he's totally fine. I like it. Hey, let me give the more walking sheep approach another thought. Like here, I can see somebody walking up the path, for example. That would be good as well. Or coming down the path. No, I think walking up. Walking up is good. Let's see if we can try that. Walking up the path from about here, from 1500. That would be good. That is great, actually. We can't tell that he's in a different spot here. That's good. So walking up the path to the house. Let's see if we can do that. Duplicate you. And I think we're going to call you Sheep walks to house. I suppose also then you. Sheep walks across, I'll call him. You can do interesting things with Unreal Engine. Like in the sequencer here, I can create an event that will kick something off in the blueprint. So if I needed to change his animation to something else, I can do that. So if I say at frame 600 I want him to make the turn into the eating animation, I can do that. I can leave that. I can make that happen. I like that he's just eating here. That's very nice. Oh, where are you, buddy? That is something that I did forget, that in simulation mode you can't do certain things and they just get reset afterwards. So like this, it just hasn't renamed it. She walks across. Fun with mobile sheep. So from frame 1500, say, we want you to be our sheep that walks to the house. And here and here, I want you to stay. I don't want you even to be there. I might just go and bring him up somehow. So here, from here to, let's say, 2000. Kind of to here. Let's see. There's only one correction frame that we need to make here. And then these are also constant, or linear rather. Man, tree, Jesus. It's not easy, is it? Let's see if that works. He's walking up there. Yeah, that might work. Do we see him? Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go and hide him here. Just height-wise. I think maybe we can make him walk a bit faster as well and further. Yeah, so 2100 where he's out of vision here, I think. He could walk all the way up to the house, I'm thinking. Yeah, maybe we can make him even run. And that needs to be linear as well. Fun with sheep. Okay, so then if you're gonna do the walking animation, oh yeah, sorry, the I've been meaning to make him invisible as we pass the first time here. Much like the 3D Shenanigans logo. Yeah, I might make him visible here. And then here he's just going to be underneath the landscape. That's fine. And then same thing here. We're not going to see him here. Don't see him coming around the corner, and we see him and he wanders over here. Perfect. He's not quite on the path here, but I mean, he's a sheep. He might not know where the path is, so I think I'm okay with that. Unless we do want to correct him. Starts walking here. Yeah, why don't we correct him? You'll be here at that point, right? And here, you stick to the path, buddy. There, that might be nice, and also all of this linear. Oh, Chris has started streaming 20 minutes ago. I've totally forgotten about it. Dang. Yeah, so just here, I think he wants to turn towards this and also make it linear. Oh, then he turns again. That's bad. Why do you think he does that? I think there's some spuriousness going on here. I'll just set rotation keyframes manually. I don't really understand this rotation logic here. But hey, I'll play along. Yes, why does that work? And what's the problem with you? What is actually the thing I need to change? It's not that or that. It's this, isn't it? The yaw. Okay. I'll do just the yaw manually. So yaw is good here. And then here, I want you to still have that. And then this is how I want you to look around to here. There. Not elegant, but it works. Yeah, much like now. So yaw stays, and then I want you to go and turn towards the house a little bit, maybe on the last keyframe here. Yeah, if we even see that. Man, so much to do, huh? What does this look then when we come around the corner here? Obviously he would be walking at that point. And I think that'll add a bit of niceness there. That we can see sheep walking towards the house. That's very cool. That is quite nice. Tokyo sheep drifting. That's exactly what it's like, isn't it? Oh, this is going to be an interesting one. He's going to keep walking here, though. Will we see this? I mean, he's still going to have this walking animation going on now. Yeah, so we need to lose him at around here. He needs to actually stop walking. Because otherwise the walk animation just keeps going. maybe we'll be all right. Maybe we'll be all right. Let me go and set this up. He's walking already. And let me go and render this out one more time. And we'll see what it looks like. And then that'll be a good good point to end. And then we'll see what we think of it. I think this is going to be. Let's just overwrite number 3. I think that's going to be good. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Just open the door and let him go in. Let him go further. That is a great idea. Look, look, look. He's walking. Ah, this is great. I think of walking sheep, Julia. That was a good idea. I mean, who's not instantly intrigued by sheep walking across the lands, you know? Think it's okay that he doesn't have an eye blink? I really need to do something about that bot. Lols and kill reels. Oh my god. You dig it, right? I'll post this animatic later and then we can take it from there. I mean, I might even be able to just render out like a 1920 in 60 frames version. Then we can get a better impression of what this looks like. I dig it as well. And the art challenge message, yeah, that's just weird, isn't it? Why don't we do that now? While this is rendering things out, let's go and do that. Let's take care of that right now. Be super efficient here. Yeah, that's the Twitch bot. So those are timers probably. Coffee is good. YouTube is good. But also, since we now have that snazzy new thing, we can just go at WP Guru, so that keeps that in check. Twitter vs. Lewis is correct. Monthly render challenge remove, man. Yes. Game highlights lols and kill reels on Jay's gaming channel. That we should find something else. And also, I have that snazzy new at jplaysgg. That is my handle there, which is great. Find exciting game highlights on Jay's super unpopular gaming channel. How about that? That's much that's much cooler. There we go. And then what else? Some of the commands. Were they still good? We've got Butter Barn, Camilla's channel. Did we have Julia's channel just got changed? Exciting corner. Oh, so it knows that. Okay, that's interesting. Because I changed that on the Twitter on the Twitter one, didn't I? On the Twitch one. Leia has her own ArtStation page. McTwin. Does Brian have Zero Carbon? Yeah, that's correct. That's it, right? Flight scene with Elon and Lizard Boy. I like it. I like it. I can't wait. Here he goes. Here he goes. Walking up the path. Looks like it's hard work for him, but you know, that's how sheep do it. Mugs. Nice one. See if that link is actually still good. Because I remember I took it off YouTube because it... Feet stay on the ground, that's cool. Because the integration with YouTube stopped working. So as long as the shop page is still good. He's strutting, isn't he? So maybe we don't even mind that he's just... He should transition really into the non-walking animation at that point. So I might have to tweak that, or might have to do something good there. I think there is actually something called, and then he's eating, there's something called the walk to idle transition. So, oh, that's Lizard Boy. Thank you for clearing that up. I didn't know that. So maybe I can do it. There is an animation that we have here that's called the walk to idle transition. So if I find a way to put a keyframe at that point where I want him to play that, I might just go and somehow do that, you know, switch to that. Or was there not a walk to idle transition? No, there wasn't, was there? I might just make one custom in Blender for that. There's so many transitions here. No. Eat to idle, and there's idle to eat, but there's not walk to idle. So I might have to just make one and either play that, or probably even easier, I'll go and see how many frames that is from here to there, and I'll just make one with that duration in Blender. That might just be the easiest way to go, and then have him just play that, and that'll be that, I'm thinking. Right, what's UFC? Is that wrestling? I'm so sorry that I have no idea what that is. And this is updated, so this is now the same animation that we've just rendered out. Look at him walk! That is just so cool. And he's like, what? Yes, I like it. I'm still thinking he could probably do something, just, you know, switch between eat and idle. So maybe I'll make one in Blender that's just a very quick one that just is, you know, idle eating. And that's like the third version. That might be good. One of these guys could have that so that they look up. Yeah, because I like the idea that we see them just, you know, popping their heads up every once in a while. Like this guy here. Yeah, so more animation variations. Like him as well, he could probably do that too. He's currently just eating. So it'd be good if he transitions between this, you know, idle and eating a bit more. And he's just going to stop walking at that point. That's good. Okay, hey, good. We've done good things. I say we've done really good things. And I can't wait to do more of that. This is great. Let's have a look at it one more time. This is nice. Fruitcake funny, absolutely. But also, you know, a ton of work. So I might just go do that now and let you guys go and raid the Chris, and then we'll see where this goes in the future. Yeah, like this guy as well, but idle, switch between idle and, well, he's already doing that. And this guy just eats, come back, eat, look up. That'll be good, so that there's a little bit more motion there. I do like the walking thing. I wish we could make more sheep walk. I think he's still a bit too low here. I might correct that. The walking sheep, really, that's the highlight, isn't it? It's almost like we need another walking sheep at the back of that. Like, look at him go! It's so cool. It's one spray painting his name on the house. Hey, for an asset that came with the Humble Bundle, very cool, very cool. Totally happy to go back to Unreal Engine 4 for that. Guys, thank you so much for dropping by and for hanging out. I'm going to go and look at this one more time. And I'm going to go and raid Mr. Chris now. I think that's what we're going to do. While this plays in the background here. Raid Chris L. Cox. Oh, that's also needs a / doesn't it? Thank you so much, Deviant. I appreciate that. Chris L. Cox. And maybe I can make more of these Twitch sessions if and when I have a project to work on. I'll be back on Saturday, of course, which is going to be exciting. Don't know what we're going to do. Maybe we're going to do more of this, or perhaps we're going to, you know, do another animation, or maybe we'll play Cloudpunk or something like that. Wouldn't that be cool? Guys, I'm going to say goodbye and good night, and here comes Mr. Chris. Woo-hoo!